Hello YouTube, this is Thomson 737 and welcome to the first video of my official new project. I've really been working for quite hard on this airport. Most of the work was done sort of like in one sweep, like sort of all done together, so that's where I've got like most of it done. There's still a few sort of details to add in and stuff. As you'll probably tell throughout the video. I'm going to go through the layout itself, the idea behind it, and also the operational side, like how things are going to work. So we've got the runway 20. We've got obviously this will be the main taxiway here. You've got two exits or entrances to the runway. This one probably more so for exits, and then this one more so for when aircraft are taking off and entering the runway. These stands are for the regional and domestic sort of side of things. Flybe mostly will operate on these using the Dash 8s. Possibility of 737-300s operating, or similar size like 737-500s and 400s. Wingspan, isn't that great, isn't that massive, so they could possibly operate on these. Unlikely at the minute, but like I say, possibly. Other airlines like Iberia, Air Nostrum with the CRJ 900s might also come in and operate on these stands. However, at the minute I haven't scheduled them in. Maybe when we get to the summer I might add them in as summer schedules. Moving on, using Herper air bridges, so much easier to use. They are 1500, but they actually work quite well with the 1400 aircraft I'm going to be using. Up to about 757 size, these stands. 767s may position on these stands, such like for Thomson Airways. Also 787s, because 787s aren't all that big, to be honest. The fuselage length is quite similar to a 767, if I'm honest, or so it seems model wise. Wingspan obviously might be a little bit longer, which will be an issue, of course. So you're not going to see them an awful lot on here, mostly up to 757s. Terminal itself, just recycling the old terminal that I did with the Lego. Made it smaller, of course, and I think it looks pretty damn well, to be honest, with the air bridges and the sort of contrast of grey. If we just sort of look at it to the actual board itself, I think it goes quite well. What's the idea behind these sort of funny grass shapes? The idea behind this was, because the taxiways are so close together, the two main taxiways, I sort of want to not base it, but so I was looking like London Heathrow Terminal 5. I mean, I had this in my head. Looked on Google Earth and I was like, yeah, that's sort of what I want to do. I did want them to be a bit more oval than sort of like diamond shaped, but that didn't go to plan. So I went with this idea. It was really the only alternative that I had. If I'd have made the shapes like that, sort of rectangular with rounded corners, that would have looked really sort of hideous, in my opinion. It just wouldn't look right with the taxiways as they are, and like these interlinked taxiways that we've got. Just wouldn't look right, in my opinion. So I went with this. Got any questions, about any sort of more about them, then don't hesitate to ask. On the far side, this is the cargo ramp. Now, I am actually very happy to finally have an official cargo apron. I mean, it's not just, like I say, you're going to be seeing wide body aircraft, and for me to bring in a lot of the cargo models that I have as well, that is going to be excellent. So official, cargo ramp. And this is the first time I've really had one, in a way. Manchester, was sort of like remote cargo sort of thing, but, this is like, with the official cargo centre and stuff, pretty ideal. They're from Herper, the cargo centres, again 1500, but work pretty well. There's not much difference in size. If they're 1/400, like I say, probably about 1 or 2 centimeter difference in all diameter or whatever. Little office building as well, that comes in one of the sets, so you get like 2 of the buildings in the set, and then one of the office sort of buildings. Glass barriers, just from what I've used previously. These interlinked taxiways won't be used all the time, but may be used for sort of like if aircraft's being pushed back and an aircraft needs to taxi around and position on stand, it can do that. Or if there's a malfunction with an engine on startup or something during pushback, a bit of imagination going on there. I don't know. We'll obviously maybe feature that in an update. Once we get going. So how are things going to actually operate on this airport? I'll just come back round. 2 Thomson 737-800s will be based here. Both of them are G-TAWL. So Whiskey Lima. The first Phoenix release of the Thomson 737. The reason why I'm basing both of them of the same registration is because, I wanted to. FDZE, so Zulu Echo, that will be coming in operating, routes as well, but it won't be based. So that will be like operating like any other airline, or any other sort of aircraft that you might see here. Sort of hard to explain, but because that has scimitar winglets, I didn't want to have one base that didn't and one that did. So that's the reason behind that. Registration, they are both the same registration. It's not going to matter too much, when I'm taking photos, doing videos. Unless I actually say, here we have TAWL, and then the next one, here we have you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not really going to be saying that. I'll probably read out where they're going to and stuff, so it'll sound like it is different, if you know what I mean. So they're going to be based. Cargo side, we are going to have cargo based as well. DHL will be having a 767-300 based here, and also another 767-300 which will be semi-based. So it will be sort of fully based, but DHLE will be fully based, and then a custom 767 DHLH will be sort of fully based, but it won't be on the ground as much as DHLE is, because I think there's 3 days where it doesn't actually come in. This is just going off by East Midlands, by using flight radar and looking at where they've flown to, basically. That's how I've worked that out. All other schedules are based, the 2 Thomson based aircraft are based on next year's Doncaster summer schedules. And then Wizz Air as well, they are based on the schedules now for the winter. I don't think they're going to change that much, so that's not too bad. So all the Wizz Airs, obviously not all of them, because at Doncaster we have like 4 Wizz Airs per night. I've only got 3 models, so I've had to sort of arrange, pick a few out that I'm going to operate. The rest of the schedules have been based on Manchester. Again, you might all be thinking, well, you've done your Manchester airport, why are you using... It was just easy to do that way. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't do that when I had my Manchester airport, to be honest, but you probably won't really see sort of any resemblance, to be honest, obviously, with this airport. A few schedules have been from Gatwick as well. So I've used Gatwick as like a bit of a guide to add in airlines that don't operate at Manchester that I do have. I think I looked at Heathrow as well, might be 1 or 2 there. Stansted, I think I use for other cargo. We are going to have other cargo schedules in as well, like FedEx, UPS are going to operate in quite a bit, and other cargo as well. But some cargo, you know, like the big heavy stuff like 747s, Antonovs, I don't know, other stuff like, you know, Air Force or military aircraft and stuff, they're going to be coming in if and when, you know, they're not going to be scheduled. They're just going to be coming in if I think, you know what, I might actually put that on the airport update, you know what I mean? Of course, you know, that's the idea behind it. Yeah, this video might have gone a bit too long, but thanks for watching, guys, of the sort of like overview of the airport itself. Leave your comments, you know, tell me what you think. If you know, if you don't like the idea behind these diamond-shaped grass parts, you know, let your opinions be known. You know, I mean, obviously it's my airport. I'm not going to really change it, but if you feel like, you know, you've got to say, whoa, you know, that looks horrific, or whatever, or you know, if you think it looks pretty good, you know, leave your comment like that. You know. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the official like first update with obviously the traffic on. Of course, I've got to add in like GSE and all that sort of thing, so that's going to be taking quite a while. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned for when probably this coming week. Maybe tomorrow at a push, Monday. You know, we'll see. So stay tuned. Like I say, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.